Unearthly Spirits, True Stories of Ghost Encounters by Maria Maldonado. Narrated by Leslie Howard. Unearthly Spirits, True Stories of Ghost Encounters by Maria Maldonado. Narrated by Leslie Howard. The House on Joppa Farm Road. I was always told it is a part of growing up to believe in monsters and creatures hiding under your bed. I mean, most of my friends in school would tell stories of hearing monsters in their bedroom at night, but once the light came on, it would disappear. Over time, they were no longer afraid to sleep in their bedrooms. Unfortunately, my childhood monsters and creatures became a permanent member of my family. This all began when I was around 7 years old. My family didn't have much money when I was growing up. Our mother was a single parent of 10 children. Although a couple of my older siblings had moved out on their own, there were still 6 of us left for her to raise all alone. She often struggled to pay the bills. When she could no longer afford to pay the rent where we lived, she packed up everything we owned, and we moved in with my oldest sister Anne, her husband Joe, and their children. It was an old house with lots of windows and a huge backyard, which was perfect for all of us kids to run around and play in. The exterior of the house was pink and white, with some of the color peeling away. But it had become our home, and we were happy to be there. My sister and her husband had rented the house from a friend of theirs for a price which fit their budget. When they had first moved into the house, they had noticed one of the bedrooms upstairs had a lock on its door. Thinking of the safety of their small children, they decided to remove the entire door. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary inside of the room. It was empty except a small piece of carpet and a hole in the wall. Once my family joined them in the home, that bedroom would become the very place where my brothers would be sleeping. It was considered the back bedroom. Our mom and us girls shared the bedroom, which was right before you would enter the back bedroom. It was sometimes a bit crowded, but we made it work. No one ever questioned why the room had a lock on the door, even though the property was vacant. Little did we know we were about to become acutely aware of the terrifying reason why it should have been left undisturbed. Everyone got along well with our new living arrangements. We helped with the younger kids and were anxiously awaiting for my sister to give birth to her last child. The house had 2 levels. Therefore, my mom tried her best to keep us in our living area as much as possible when it was television time. There was a church with a graveyard right next to our house. Sometimes the kids would go over and read the names on the headstones. I always felt creeped out about doing this. I didn't want to seem like a chicken.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?